I think this type of program is important all over the world, but partly it's really important because there's no right answer in art. In other subject areas, there's always a right answer, right way to spell it, right way to add it. Here, there's no right answer. There's a whole bunch of different answers that are correct. None of them is the one that is the right answer, and I think that's really good for students to feel that they're able to just be who they are and not conform to anything. So there's lots of ways to approach the same question I give them, and they like that. They like the openness. As well, being in the arts allows kids to see the community in a new way, especially because I reach out to the community. They see art places and go, oh, did you see the display here? Or did you see this? And there's that questioning of why things are in the environment as well. Well, I think art makes change, and I teach them that art makes change. And so when we do a public art exhibition that's temporary, they question why, that would it be temporary instead of a sculpture that stays there forever. And therefore it must have a message if it's temporary. It must be trying to tell us something instead of just being a plop down piece of art. Mm-hmm. And I think engaging them in those questions, like we just did beehives with the Broadway, and we put them on top of galleries, and giving back to the environment in that way, making environment impacts. We did hexagons all connected together, but being linked in the community. I think the message of art that we put out there through public art is very important. And then when they see public art that's temporary, they question why, and maybe change their life, maybe change what they're doing. Well, I think art makes them question a lot, and I always tell them that art is way more difficult than math, and here's why. 2 + 2 is always 4. 3 + 3 is always 6. In art class, there's decisions the entire time you're building something. The size of paper, the composition, where you're going to put something, what color you're going to use, how many layers of color you're going to use, what tools are you going to use to make it. And I allow them to have all those questions. Rarely do I make them stay in the same size of paper. They get to cut it up, they get to make it smaller, they get to crop it after they've done it. The questions are endless. And I think that really helps in other subjects, because then they do ask the questions. Is this math problem done? Have I solved it properly? Did I do all the steps? Because here the steps are just, they're never ending. There's a constant decision.
It's been really fun, actually. It depends how the other artists are actually seeing you as an artist and as an individual, and how you're seeing them. But if you see each other as good individuals and artists, which everybody should, team building really stands out and pays off at the end.
We recently completed our school provincial student survey, and within that survey we were able to identify students really celebrating and appreciating the opportunity that they have to study the arts within our school. So it provides our students with the opportunity to expand the arts curriculum, allowing them to develop their talents and their skills, and to be able to take those out into the wider community and to be celebrating our 4 strands of art.
Well, I think it's just really fun doing the art, and it's really fun learning so much about like the techniques and stuff. And when I first started stuff, like, I just wanted to be a plain artist, and then I decided I kind of wanted to be a plastic surgeon, and then I switched back to just being an artist. But now I want to be a character designer. That all really relates to art, pretty much. So me and my friends, we've actually been working on a cutout board with monkeys. And then first we started with the background, which was just blue, and then we started doing branches and leaves, and we learned about the shading and how it will look. And then we did the monkeys last, and we put lots of texture and shading and stuff in there too. And they look good.
I think this school is very unique because we don't have the tryout system to come here. Anybody can come here, so anybody can be an artist. And I love seeing that kids all of a sudden go, I can make this, I can draw this. And it's a whole growth thing that happens.